is live. Okay, YouTube just went live. Looks like we're getting there. We're getting started in here. Did I hear my voice?
Get it poppin'.
Trying to make sure I haven't unmuted the chat. Okay, I've not unmuted the chat. Time to open other chat on my phony phone and announce us in the Discord. Nahom, do small talk while I do this. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just just gotta work. I'm pretty excited to see where we're picking up from last time. If you guys remember, after my first big mission from Tina House, back in Mid-River, I discovered what was supposed to be a mithril mine, but after I broke in the door, at the bottom of the mine, I discovered a mithril ore, some floating red-blue potion, and a mysterious belt, and then a figure holding a staff and a book. They're all on 3 pedestals, and that's where we're picking up. My character is called Sebastian. He is a warrior/thief. Specializes in martial arts and a bastard sword. So if you didn't know what was going on with his combats, that's mainly what his ability set is. So you'll see me use like thief skills, but then also use abilities native to fighters, like wearing armor and wearing different types of armor, and more proficiency slots.
Yes, and last week we had you go on a bit of an adventure. You were to investigate the local Copperheads, a gang of rogue thieves who were buying some implements in town at Mid-River, and traveling south past the river, over the bridge, and into the wilderness, where they were digging up some kind of wealth. You slew the people at this mine against your boss's wishes, not telling her what truly was going on, instead feeding her false information about, I believe, them not being able to buy tools in their hometown, being on the bad side of the blacksmith, I believe is what you told her, if I remember correctly. So now he has found this wealth that sits before him and has to figure out what to do with it. So we will zoom into the game there, where you are sitting here in this lo and behold temple, next to this fabulous wealth of a large, thick block of mithril, a belt hanging from one wall, 2 potions sitting on a shelf of the other, and at the end of it you see a statue of what looks to be a learned man with a book in his hand and a staff in the other, with a little large pointy hat, and he's got a long beard. Looks very fancy, and you have yet to touch anything. You are standing in this room looking at these wonderful little bits and baubles that you found. What do you do?
I walk in and examine the room to see if there's any traps about. I'm not too familiar with this process in general, so most likely I might not be able to find anything because I'm not really familiar with that type of thievery, but we'll see.
Okay.
And it's a failure.
It is a failure. What did you need to succeed, just for the chat?
5 or below.
So a 5 or lower on a D100, because he has not allocated his thief points into finding traps, as many thieves do not. But you search around, and you're pretty confident that you don't find any traps, so it must be trapless.
I take a look at the 3 pedestals. Just to confirm, there is a belt on one. There is a block of mithril in the middle one, and there's 2 potions on the one to the right. 1 red, 1 blue.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything different? Perception check, just to see a look around the building. Is there anything around in this room that I'm not noticing, or if there's anything interesting going on that... Not interesting, but I don't know. Is there anything like strewn about? Is there anything on the walls? Any writing or anything like that?
No, nothing that you haven't noticed prior. The wizard looks intent.
All right. I say hello when I walk in, just to make sure that there's anyone in here. Or
You say hello as you enter the room with the statue. You look
think it's a
around.
golem or something.
Nothing happens.
I examined the block of mithril. Do I happen to know how much that this would cost off, or would I not know anything like that?
Do you have appraising?
I don't have appraisal now.
Then
I don't think I do.
There is no functional
I
way
do have
for you
appraisal.
to... Okay, then give me an appraisal check.
No penalties.
Unless it states otherwise on the proficiency?
Nope, no penalties, and my intelligence is 9, so.
So plus 9.
Oh.
You're not sure. You're sure it's worth a lot. This is a block of mithril, a fabulous metal.
All right. Can I appraise the 2 potions on the counter?
No.
Okay.
Your magic items don't work off of appraisal. Art objects, gems, and various other bits and baubles do. Rare earth metals included.
I pick up the block of mithril.
You go to heave it up, and it is heavy. It's not as heavy as you thought it might be, but you can lift it off. And as you do, I'm going to need you to roll initiative as you see the statue start to crack and the stone that you saw before it fall off, and below you see layers and layers of flesh as the man that was encased in it begins to become freed. Give me your initiative.
5.
It goes at 3. It cracks more. You see its arms begin to get loose. It drops that staff in that book. They still are stone. They hit the floor and crash. What's your question, watch party? Just really quick, we have a question. Oh, my lord. Okay. It's a question to Nahom, but I'm not sure if he wants to be asked it on stream, so I'll save it for when you see him later.
Message me. I wasn't looking at the chat.
They asked if you were straight, but there's no need to answer that today if you don't want to. Because they're being cringe. Okay. So the statue begins to crack and shake as the stone just continues to fall off of it. You see it flex its hands. The statue is tall. It's about 9 feet in height. What do you do?
Okay.
On your turn.
How far away am I from the statue?
You're about 10 feet at this current juncture.
10 feet. Is that close enough to do a attack with my bastard sword?
It is. This thing looks big and bulky, and you see its thick flesh before you as it begins to come alive.
Question: how many items could I grab and throw in my bag, and still be? And how far could I make it if I try to grab all 3 items?
You could probably grab 1 on this turn without. If you're trying to, how far are you trying to get away? Is the question.
Okay, let's say full flee action. I'm just trying to grab.
Yeah.
I don't know how far away the pedestals are, but grab the, throw the belt over my shoulder and grab the 2 potions, and assumingly the thing will be in my bag. If I grabbed all 3 of them, it would be a dexterity check, or could I actually try to get that done in 1 turn?
Yeah, it would be just you can pick 1 item. If you're just trying to do your full move, go and grab it very quickly. It cannot be the mithril. The mithril is too heavy and too bulky. It would take too long to drag out of here. You'd be encumbered.
Okay. So if I did carry out the mithril, I would be at a lower AC regardless.
Yes.
How about the belt and the potions?
You can grab the belt or the potions. They're a quick grab. You'd have to run with them in your hands, sheathing your bastard sword.
Yeah, so I'll try that. I'll try to grab the belt.
Okay.
And I'll try to grab the belt, and I try to flee, full movement up the staircase.
You flee 60 feet out of the mines. You don't make it all the way out yet, but you do make it out of that chamber. You hear a thudding and a punching as behind you, after your turn ends, this creature is punching. You can hear it, and as you look over your shoulder, you see it down the stairwell below you. Not the stairwell, it's a carved mine, but you see down the carved mine below you, it's punching the wall, trying to break an entrance for itself, because it is too tall to break through, and for some reason it cannot bend to get under it, or chooses not to, perhaps?
Well, it's a small hole. You said it barely fit on my size.
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible for me to throw the pickaxe I took at it and just at its feet? I guess. I guess it's a called shot, but try to hit him, or do at least some damage.
You could be a D20 -4.
Okay. Yeah, 8.
No.
Okay. I get to the top of the I kind of fully get to the top of the staircase, and once I'm out, let's say I try to climb up the tree again.
You climb up the tree. You've succeeded already. You can climb up the tree. There's no problem.
Okay. Is even the entrance big enough for him to get out?
You have no idea. You hear thudding and thudding. How long do you wait in the tree for as you hear this pounding against the bottom of the mine?
First off, when I get up there, I try to put on the belt.
You put it on? Yes, he is climbing trees again. Our hero, once again, has run up a tree like a stray cat.
If you can't see me, you can't see me.
So be it.
Alright, I put on the belt. Is there any noticeable change or anything like that happens?
Noticeable change? No, not yet.
Does the belt have pockets, or is it just like a belt, regular belt?
It's just a belt. It looks greenish brown. It's got a nice buckle, and as you touch the buckle, it feels bumpy, almost like the top of a frog. You can't see me my time now. He's John Cena.
I think frog thoughts. Just I don't know.
You think is that gonna? What?
Is that how belts work?
You think frog thoughts? Okay, our hero fantasizes about frogs in a tree. It's one of the weirder sentences I've uttered in my life, but you do it, and nothing happens.
Hey, let's say I look back down the hallway at the thing, and I grab all the silverware that I left behind last time. Just throwing weapons.
Wait, you climb down the tree?
Is he still? Do I still hear banging on the door?
You hear banging, you hear pounding from below. You're not sure on what, but it's shaking like the foundation of the tree, at least.
Okay, let's say I wait. Let's say I wait and try to hide in the canopy of the tree, try to not be noticed.
Okay, you hide in the canopy for how long?
Let's say 3 turns.
You hide for 3 turns.
Any
pounding. Wait, 3 rounds or 3 turns? Because 3 turns is 30 minutes. 3 rounds is 3 minutes.
Let's say 3 rounds.
Okay, you wait for 3 minutes. You sit up there in the tree, shaking like
I'm sorry, turns. Whatever 30 minutes is.
Oh god, you wait 30 minutes. Okay. You wait 30 minutes up in this tree, sitting, waiting. The pounding continues for the first 10. Then it stops. But nothing comes out of the mine. You just sit in the tree and wait, and wait.
I descend the tree, and I take a look down at the mine.
You take a look, you don't see anything. It looks dark. You probably lost your torch coming up here.
I light a new one, and I take a look, and I let's say I throw it down the hallway just to see, like, to the bottom, see if he broke through the door or not.
Okay. You throw your torch down the hallway. You do not see anything, but this tunnel goes further, probably about 120 feet downwards to the entrance of the door.
Let's say I descend until I can peer down at the door a bit.
You descend, you eventually can see the door. You hold your torch in your hand, and inside you see the statue is no longer there. And you also do not see the creature immediately, at least.
Perception check to see if he's like hiding or made of stone again. Is
Sure.
there any like new, different rock formations I'm not noticing?
Sure. Yo, what's up, Tristan? Welcome to the chat. 31. You see just the slight edge of a toe sticking from under this door. I also probably should have mentioned the door that had once stood there is now busted completely open, and there is no longer a door. But you see a fleshy, large, giant-like toe sticking out from the side of a door, from the side of the entrance. YouTube chat, Monkai, they just said yo.
I'm not leaving without those items. I know it's some type of giant. Not really sure what, but
Okay.
Hypothetically, how many knives would I picked up from the dining table upstairs?
3.
3 knives.
Cheap cheap iron knives.
All right. Let's say I get to at least the furthest distance possible, while still being able to see him. What would that be?
For throwing a knife, probably 30 feet.
30 feet?
Like a throwing dagger. Its maximum range would be subtracted with penalties. Or sorry, 30 yards? Yeah, 30 yards. So you'd be pretty far away, but the end of the tunnel where you can see him is 60 feet, so...
Can I try to hide in shadows?
You can. But you won't know if you're hidden in shadows.
Oh, I can't
RP
tell.
wise, no.
Okay.
Just as a precursor to this arrangement. You sit pondering as you see the big toe kind of shift a little bit. Gives you a fright up your spine. You prefer YouTube? Then go ahead and watch on YouTube, homie. It's more beneficial for me. More beneficial for watch statistics, I believe.
Okay. Well, I try to I try to descend, and I try to throw a knife into the back of the room. Like just that's like a sound distraction.
Can you give me
like
a move silently check?
Okay.
As well, because that was your hide in shadows, right?
Yeah, that was my hidden shadows.
Yeah. And that's a pass, I believe. Fail on your move silently, though. You shift through the shadows of this dark cavern. What do you do with your torch?
Oh yeah. Okay. Shit. Okay. Then otherwise I'd be blind fighting. There's no light in the tunnel in the room at all, or is it just lit by my torch?
Oh, it is just lit by your torch. There's no other light.
Okay. Then this whole plan doesn't work out at all. Then.
You can blind your way through this if you want to try.
I mean, he'd have the same penalty as me, right?
Unless he has infravision.
Oh yeah, fuck. Okay.
Or any relevant sight thing, like dark vision, like your Dino Boy had. Dino Dude.
Does it seem like he's just standing? Okay. Okay. Well, I try to. Even though I can still like hidden, I guess. I try to throw a knife into the back of the room, see if he turns around at all. Like towards the direction of the sound.
You throw a knife in the room. You see the toe shift slightly, but no other movement.
then. I have to think about some type of way of getting past him. I disguise myself as him. No. Okay. I'll try throwing the knife at his toe, and backing down the hallway to see if I can kind of lure him up.
Give me a T20. You stab the hell out of his toe. As you do, though, you see no flesh shift in any way, shape, or form. It simply pings directly off his toe and flies behind him. You see the creature begin to move and break out into the hallway as it smashes its hand one final time through the top of the surface, breaking through with its head. It begins to stumble towards you pretty slowly, slower than your movement, as it makes it to within 20 feet of you.
Okay.
Standing before you, two large fleshy hands, body completely covered in just mounds of different flesh. It looks humanoid, but other than that, it looks ugly and misshapen and full of defects and different kinds of skin from maybe different people or different sources of itself.
Okay. I try to ascend up the hall to a point where he can't cross. I mean, a point that's too narrow for him to cross. Then I try to make a cold shot on his eyes.
As you get out of the hole, you cannot see him as he's still in that tunnel.
Oh, so he's not like in direct path of the tunnel moving backwards then?
No. You will make it out of the hole by that point, unless you want to go back down closer to him.
What I was saying was, like, if I could back out, like, say 40 feet, 50 feet away from him, and still hit him from his new vantage point.
30 feet is your max move. If you want to still attack, you can move half your move.
So I'd be 50 total.
50 total?
30 feet. Oh, it's a maximum move without an action. So with an action, it's 15.
With an action, your max move is 60 feet. 12. Your max move is 12 squares, which is times 5, which is 60.
Yeah. So I'd be 50 feet away from him total. He's 20 feet now. 30 feet.
If you want to take an action, you have to take. You can only take a half move.
Yeah, my full move is 60. My half is 30.
Yeah, so you can only move 30 feet.
Yeah, and we're 20 feet apart right now, so I'd be 50 feet in total.
You're saying from him? My God. Okay, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what I was saying in general.
Oh, I didn't know you were saying from him. I thought you were saying I move 50 feet. I was like, no.
No, I said I move 30 and I'm 50 feet away from the target.
But you're at that end there, so as you move upwards, he does get out of sight either way. But
really, okay.
Yeah, because you're moving up, and he's in that straight path.
Okay, let's say I move. I move up the tunnel. I leave a torch there just so I can see him if he passes it. Okay. But I move up the tunnel completely. There's no action. Just completely moving up the tunnel. Just see what happens. My full movement.
You wait there. You see what happens. Nothing does as you hear footsteps in the opposite direction of you. As the creature descends back down.
Fuck, I'm gonna come back for this guy.
We were all confused about the math. What's up? You come back for him later? You leave? You stay? You throw more silverware at the creature?
Fuck. I'm going to see if... at least I try to yell down and say hello from the entrance.
No response.
See if he understands English. Nothing.
No
Not
response.
common.
No response.
Well, I know he won't. I know pretty much that he won't be able. Okay. So yeah, I'll let him. I guess I'll just have to leave for now. I'll come back with something. I'll have to come back with something.
With hopes and dreams.
Yes, I'll come back with some type of new lease on life. But I have to go back to town at this point. I've been away for 5 days. I'm going to look for whatever his name is and go beat him up.
You're going to go beat up Bunchy, the town drunk, for a couple gold pieces.
Yeah, because she said she needed it done soon, and if I'm not, it'll be too suspicious if I do it too late.
Now, you're wearing this So you look down at your belt. It looks fancy. It looks like something a noble might wear, except it's a little bit of an oddity. Because as you look at the belt, it's this dark green color on the leather part of it. And then the buckle is this metal piece with bumps all over it. Almost, it feels like it's a frog. This is a very unique item, and you are... How do I say this politely? You will be noticed wearing it.
Can I praise the item?
Again, that's only for like gems, art objects, I guess. You could try and appraise this as an art object, but I think your intuition's a little better than that. As soon as you try to appraise it, you're like, this could be potentially magical, that could throw off the value, I should get it tested, or I should get tested first before I...
For TV,
yeah.
Is there any wizards in town? Do I know, like, is there, like... It's a small town, but I'm not sure if there's any, like, any...
Is there any wizards in Mid-River? There's a cleric of Frimberg. There is a wizard in the Barrowwood, but there is no wizard in Mid-River or Luketon.
Okay.
At least in town. There could be one off in a tower in the woods, but you do not know of any such one. The home HIV, Sebastian might have some bumps in places that he doesn't want to mention at this point.
Okay.
After all, let's see where that buckle is.
Well, I try to take off the belt and I put it in my bag, and then I'll head back into town. I'll drop off the belt and whatnot. I'll leave it in my bag, I guess, for now. I'll head back to town. I'll look for whose face.
Okay, you put it in your bag. You head back to town. Who are you looking for?
I forgot his name.
Bunchy?
Bunchy, yeah. The town deity.
You go look for Bunchy. You'll find him pretty easily. He's sitting by the town tavern, the roasted pig. What was it called specifically? The roasted pig. Yes, I was correct. He's sitting outside of it with a mug of ale, drinking. Stares glassy-eyed at you. Hey, Seb, how's it going? He's got long blonde hair. You ever seen Ray Donovan?
No.
Okay, well, he looks like Bunchy from Ray Donovan.
His name is Bunchy from Ray Donovan?
He looks like Bunchy from Ray Donovan, but otherwise, he's got blonde hair, he's chubby. He's got kind of a curved smile all the time. Looks pretty innocent-faced.
Hey, Bunchy, we're gonna need to take a walk.
I'm fine right here, son. Come join me. Lift up his ale.
Well, our mutual friend Two Nose has a message for you, and I think you're going to want to hear it. So let's take a walk.
I don't know no Two Nose. I don't even know who you're talking about. Seb, you're a fine lad. Why don't you go buy me another drink? It's been too long.
If I try to menace him, would that be charisma?
Menace?
Menace isn't like make it the implication like if you don't get up now, there will be trouble. I'm gonna need you to stand up and follow me.
I think you've been giving that in. Do you want? You can give a charisma check if you want for some extra implication. It's been implied, but he stands there drunk. He's like, "All right, it's all right, Seb. We're okay. We're cool. Don't worry about it." Gives a wide smile.
Okay. Like, you know what? How about this? How about I buy you a drink at Two Noses Tavern? Brothel. Brothel.
You want me to go to the brothel?
Yeah, why not?
If you're buying, he'll get up and follow you to Two Noses' establishment.
This is the right guy, right? I'm remembering the right name, right?
This is Bunchy.
Okay. I lead him to the alley behind the tavern, behind the.
He won't walk behind an alley with you. His parents taught him better. He will follow you to the brothel. He goes to go inside, looks at you awkwardly as you start taking a path towards the back that is very inconvenient.
Like when we're walking past it, like I'll try to push him into the alley instead.
Let's look at this picture really quick. Here's Mid-River.
Yeah, so I was saying, like,
Here's
on
the
way
brothel.
down,
You're
walking down instead of going and going around into the entrance. I push him off into this alley.
The entrance is not. So, oh, you're trying to push him over here. It's not really.
No, I thought this was the entrance.
This is the entrance, front.
Well, either way, alley is before.
It's not really an alley. If we look at our map.
Oh yeah, okay. If I'm coming up, like if he's following me,
Give
where's
me
the
a-
most secluded?
Give me a strength check as you try and push him behind this building, I guess. That's the most secluded place between you and there. It's not full of people.
Well, it's a pass, a plus 17. I forgot to add it.
Okay. I will roll for Bunchy. Bunchy rolls a natural 2 and does not have high strength to begin with. You push him behind the building. He goes, whoa, whoa. Seb, boy! Seb. Wait a second, please. Let's talk this out.
You owe Tammy, you owe Two Nose a lot of money.
Tammy,
Tammy
Tasha.
Two Nose.
Tasha
Two Nose. You owe Tasha a lot of money.
Look, I don't know where you got that idea, but it's not true. You know her. She's always extracting debt where there is none. Look, Seb. You know me. You know in my heart of hearts, I would never do such a thing.
And you know me. I have a job to do, and I'm going to complete it. And I take 2 shots. I punch him.
You go give me a roll to hit. As he tries to get out of your way.
AC of 1.
Okay, you punch him. Give me your damage for a punch. You might knock
He's
him
knocked out.
unconscious. You do. You take your fist, you bop it right between his eyes, and like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, you see his head go upward for a moment. His eyes go up as well. He looks up to the sky and goes, Seb, I think... And then just falls backwards onto the wall in front of you, and slowly slides down. Do you remember what instructions Tasha Two Nose gave you?
I'll scare him a little bit, break some bones.
You're supposed to break his hand specifically.
He's unconscious. I'll break his hand when he's sleeping.
Okay, you break his hand? Is this the kind of man you are, Seb?
Yes, actually.
Give him a wet willy, that'll teach him a lesson.
I will give him a wet willy.
Oh, Tom.
Roll my attack damage for my wet willy. It's psychotic damage.
Okay. You break his hand. You see it's crunched in multiple different directions. You break his fingers and all, and you've definitely showed that he can be taught a lesson.
Right. Well, I go back. I leave him there. I go back. I turn right back into the tavern, and I go to Tammy's office.
Okay, you go to her office. You see Tasha, not Tammy, with her split nose, making her have very little separation between her 2 holes on her nose. Break the neck. Jesus Christ, this is a violent chat. Well, a violent and silly chat. We're either getting wet willies or we're getting something else. But you go to Tasha. Her stunning average beauty is veiled by her broken and tattered nose. What do you say to her?
Hey,
Sits behind the desk.
I did the job. Hand broken, unconscious, behind the brothel. You want me to? I can just leave him there, right?
Doesn't matter to anyone who's important. Your debt has been decreased again. That's very good. Now, how about we get rid of all of it?
It depends on the job.
Well, Carl the Toolsmith. You're aware of him. He was selling to those copperheads, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He wasn't aware they were copperheads, but...
I need you to teach him a lesson, but not the kind of lesson you just taught Bunchy.
Alright.
You gotta do something for me. He's got a lockbox somewhere in his establishment. All the merchants do. I need you to bring it to me. That'll be enough to clear your debt.
Well, I did not hear anything you just said.
Me?
Even your YouTube started lagging out, so I think you kind of have like a spike there for a second.
Okay. She'll go to you. I need you to teach a lesson. Where did you stop hearing me? Out of curiosity.
I need you to lesson. I said no. I didn't say no, but I said, well, he didn't know. Well, I need you to teach a lesson, not the same one you taught him, and then.
Yeah. I need you to go to Carl, the toolsmith, and steal his lockbox. And bring it to me. It's got most of the wealth he's earned in his lifetime in it. The point here is that you don't sell to copperheads in my town, in Tasha's town. She puts her hands out, kind of exuberantly smiling.
But I only owe you 7 gold. That seems like a big. That seems like
You owe me 17 gold. Sorry, 15 gold now.
It was 30, 15 from the previous job,
and 2 from
and
this.
then, oh yeah, so yeah, okay.
Bunchy was
13.
not a hard task. Let's be fair. In fact,
Okay.
I think she overpaid you, frankly.
Mm.
What do you do?
Fuck it. I tell her. I say, do you happen to know where it is in his house, or is that part of the job as well?
I'm unsure.
Well, I can definitely. I'll definitely try to scope that out then.
Good on ya.
What's the timeline on this job?
As soon as possible. Tonight?
Tonight. Fine. I ain't got nothing better to do.
So be it.
All right. Well, I will. I'll get on it then. Well, I leave her thing. What time is it at night at this point?
Oh, it took you some time to get back to town. It's probably getting late evening, almost hitting darkest point of night.
Okay. Well, I make my way to his workshop, but I don't take the streets. I take the back way.
You take the back alley, as most men do. And, you walk in the shadows. You can give me a hide in shadows check if that's your goal here.
Not gonna pass it, but...
No, you do not pass it.
Nor am I silent. I'm just walking through the darkness.
Nor are you silent. As you're walking through the shadows, you see a guy you've known for a long time. His name's Bart, and he's got leather armor and a spear, and he looks at you as you're kind of reaching towards the plaza, trying to like hide yourself amongst these buildings here. And he goes, "Hey, Seb, what's going on? What you doing out so late?"
Nothing much. I just came back from, the brothel, but now I'm just wandering about. Too early to go to sleep, but too late to do anything.
Monkey wants you to kill Bunchy now. She wants you to break his neck.
Eat him.
He responds, he goes, You got business? You know Bart is a part of the town guard. He's more of a volunteer. Sometimes he spends his nights doing this, just, help out. He's a good, honest guy.
No, just wondering about. I need to stop by the weapons. I need to go to the weapons shop earlier, but it looks like, so this lady's closed. I might go down to the roasted pig, get a drink, get some deep.
Sounds like a good idea. It's pretty late.
Well, what time are you clocking out today? Not clocking. Why would I say that? That's the colloquialism that wouldn't exist yet. What time are we getting?
Clocking? I don't know. Water. Oh, she meant Tasha. By the way, she wants you to break Tasha's neck. Oh dear.
Maybe. Before I leave town.
What, you talk about the water clock?
No, okay. What time you're off your shift today? But shift is not a thing either. Is it shift? Would shift be a thing?
Morning? He looks confused. We work till it's day, and then the day shift takes over.
Well,
there's still shifts. See you later, alligator.
In a while, crocodile. Then I make my way to the pig. Then after I'm there,
okay.
Is he still with an eyesight of me? Is he looking at me?
No, he's not looking at you. He appears to be continuing his patrol.
Yeah. Then once I'm there, I make my way back into the alley. Then I scope out the weapon shop. Not weapon shop, the tool shop.
Okay. The weapon shop is roughly on this side in one of these buildings. You see it. It's got an entrance. It's got no windows in the front, at least. It's got a door. It's wooden. Appears there's a little small lock built inside the door. Probably nothing too fancy. But that's about it on the front of it. There's no alley leading to the back from this side. You'd have to crawl through the craftsman district, which would be pretty suspicious this time of night if you don't live there, and you don't. You have specifically told me you live on the outside of town.
Well, I try to make my way to the door, and if no one's around, I try to pick the lock. Is this a residence too? Does he live here, or does he live somewhere else?
You're not sure. You don't know him that well. A lot of these craftsmen do live in their shops, though. You would be aware of that.
Okay, well, I try to pick the lock.
You pick at the lock. Give me your D100. Did you already do it?
That was it right there.
What was that one above it?
No, that was my move silently earlier, when I got caught by the guard.
Okay. Thought the hide in shadows was the first one, and then I didn't see you roll the move silently. Okay. You succeed. You go to pick the lock. It opens rather quickly. You take your thieves' tools, you pluck them in for a moment, you jiggle around, and you find that satisfying click as within less than a minute, the door is open and you peer into darkness.
Okay. Is there anyone? Do I hear any noise? Is there anyone here? Perception check, I guess.
You hear the noise of the door creaking. You hear people out on the streets, but no one was in view while you picked the lock, at least since it was so quick.
No, I'm saying inside. Do I hear any noise inside?
No, but you are standing right in the middle of the door, so you might want to act quickly.
I go in and I close the door.
Okay, you close the door behind you. Silently, I assume. Just push it closed. And you are in darkness in this shop. In this room, it's completely dark. You do see a doorway leading into a back room where you see moonlight shedding in from somewhere. So you climb in.
I try to peer through the door, like while still hiding in the main room.
You peer through the door and you see what looks to be a kiln. It's not on. It's not burning or anything. But you see various other tools lining the wall that the moonlight is putting a little sparkle on.
Is there a window?
Yes, there's definitely a window. You can't see it from the doorway, but you can see it shedding light kind of opposite of that direction.
Okay.
So from the right, as you're looking in, you know what I'm saying? So
perception check to see if I can see either another doorway or if I see the actual lockbox in either of one of these rooms.
You do not see a doorway or lockbox.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No need for a perception check.
Is there a staircase or something?
You look around for a staircase. Do you stay in this room looking for it, or are you moving?
Let's say in the next room over.
Okay. You move through this building. Give me your move silently and your hide in shadows checks for this encounter. Did you sneak?
I'm not. People can see me,
You're
but
not hidden in
and
shadows.
they hear me.
Did you, where's your move silent? Oh. Now we get interesting.
Fuck, I'm the worst thief.
So far. Oh. Okay, so for the viewers, I also run a perception check by anyone able to hear this. Just as a note. Nothing happened so far.
I have my cloak on, and it's obscuring my face, just so we're aware here.
Okay. You've obscured your face with your hood. You don't have a wrap or anything for it, but
Don't.
you look like a brigand.
Okay, in this next room, is there anything in here? Like, is there the lockbox in this room, or is there a staircase, or
As
is
you
there a doorway?
enter that room, you see not a staircase, but a ladder leading to the upper floor of the building. You don't see any light on or coming from above. It's complete pitch black. But in this room that's illuminated by moonlight, you see an anvil, you see a shelf, you see a couple other workstations in this room that fill it out. The ladder is to the right. The kiln is to your left. The window is to the front right of the room, opposite of you. And right below that is the anvil, where the most light is shedding, is on that anvil there. It's a very big anvil. Looks like it's had its years, though.
I look up the ladder to the next room. Do I see any light on, or is it just pitch black up there?
Pitch black up in there.
That's the only other entryway. Just the window in front of me, the ladder next to me, and the door behind me. There's no other rooms anyone can come in through.
Not that you see. There looks to be that back window, but there's no way out from that.
Okay. Well, let's say I climb up the ladder.
You climb up the ladder. As you climb up, you make it. And then as you look to your left and to your right, it's pitch black, but you hear a sound as a foot rises. Hello? Who's there? And you see a candle is lit, and you make eye contact as you look around the small room. You see pretty much just a bed and a cupboard for clothes, and it is a man in a nightgown who you bought. What did you buy from him? You inquired about something from him. I don't think you actually bought anything, but you did meet with him
Grappling hook.
about 5 or 6 days ago. Yeah, you bought a grappling hook from him. He looks you dead in the eyes. You see him dead in the eyes.
Does he see my face? Obscuring it?
He looks in your eyes, you look in his. You're not obscured from candlelight. You only have a hood. You. He picks up a hammer from his bedside.
I should have
Looks
knocked
to
him
be
out.
just a forge. How do you... Okay, initiative. He is not surprised.
Fucking bare hand boxing. Fucking.
Okay, he goes at 9. Give me your D10. As you engage this man in the art of combat. We'll go into some combat music. What does this sound? Oh, this is perfect, right?
This is Zelda nonsense.
Where's your, you go at 5?
Yeah, I go ahead of him.
Oof. 11 is no good. A 4 is. Give me your damage for that punch of 4. You do 2 damage. You do not bring him down. He goes, "This reminds me of my adventuring days." He picks up his hammer and goes to strike you. Rolling a 5 with his hammer. He will miss, and we will go to the next round.
2 more punches. Boom boom.
The 7 is a hit.
Ooh.
The 2 is also a hit.
Oof.
For a note, that's a 13 and an 18 because Nahom is rolling with the thing.
Yep.
You punch him into unconsciousness. You take his face and slam it against the side of his bedroom wall, and he will go unconscious as his eyes go white and he falls to the ground. Go back to our sneaky music.
Well, now that he's unconscious, I take the candle and I look through the room looking for the lockbox. Look under his bed. First place I check.
Instant murder, please. You got your wish. You take the candle lit. You scour his room. You do not find a lockbox in here. You do find his clothes and his wardrobe. You search through them, I assume.
I searched through all the stuff looking for the lockbox. Is there any other rooms in here?
No. You do find some old armor, some old studded leather in his closet.
Is that better than... I can wear that with chainmail, right?
No.
Okay. Is there anything else in here? Is there another door, another room?
No. There's just the ladder down and the ladder up into this top little apartment thing, loft. Give me a second to think about this. You sit with the man's body. You hear his slow breathing. Candle in hand.
Alright, perception check. Is there any, say, the bookshelf, if there's a bookshelf in there, or anything like that, anything kind of furniture, is there any signs of being scratched against the floor when it's moved, or anything like that?
Not in this top room, no.
Okay. I go back downstairs, and I try to tip over the anvil.
So you tip over the anvil? Okay, that's gonna be loud, just so we know.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
Yes, anvils are heavy. This would be like a boom as you shifted over to tip it.
Okay. Well, I do the same thing downstairs. See if there's any sign of anything being shifted around, anything being moved. Say a bookcase that opens up, or like a chair that keeps moving back and forth, like marks on the ground that keep happening from repeated stress.
Give me a perception check just for this house. Also, just of note, there's almost any kind of metal work for tools you could find in here. You could find picks, mines. You could find more grappling hooks.
That's minus success.
You could find some poor locks. Just as a note, minor success. That is not 21 is a minor success now.
I thought it was 20 was okay.
It is 21.
Okay.
You do not find anything as you peer around this area.
I checked the main room. The main room that where he sells his goods out of. Behind the counter, is there anything there?
You look behind the counter and you do not find anything as of yet. You see more tools, more implements, nails, other metalwork that you could definitely pawn off to someone, but no stash box. No box that you could take back to Tasha Two Nose and say, this is his wealth that he's accumulated.
Okay. Describe the previous room I was in, just to see if there's anything else I'm missing.
There's
just
an anvil, there's a wall of tools on the left, there's a kiln, and there's just various workstations with boxes full of nails and other things, and various implement. They're against the wall that you came in from, these workstations.
I pull the workstations back. Is there anything behind them? Any holes? Stuff like that?
You're peering around these workstations. You're not seeing anything other than these boxes full of nails and things. You look behind them, there's no secret compartments that you can detect as of yet.
If I try to move the anvil, how much noise will it make if I try to drag it a bit?
Give me a strength check and let's see how it works out. See how good of a grip you can get on this anvil. You heave, and it's heavy. You can barely shift it, but as you shift it, you see below the anvil is what looks to be a hole where a box and a few other items are contained. You see a ledger, you see a box, and also some kind of rope. It's like a small rope, like less than a foot of rope down there. Almost like a braid of some kind.
Can I do praise on the rope? Is it like an art piece, or is it just a piece of rope, or is it like fancy, like made of silk or something, or is it just random?
You can give me an appraisal if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, random hemp rope. D20 plus 9. No.
No idea. Looks like a piece of rope.
This is good rope. I pick up the rope just to see if there's anything special about it. But obviously I can't tell. Like, does it do anything? Is it magical?
Is it magical? Not that you can tell.
It just looks like a regular rope?
It looks like a regular rope you found in this small cubby.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. It's just random stuff. I looked through the ledger. See if I can't read it. Never mind. Yeah, let's just say I take the box and I open it up.
You take the box and you open it up. You see a smattering of gold and silver and copper coins inside.
How much of each?
Do you sit there and count?
No, I do not. I just.
Okay.
Let's just say I take the rope and I take the thing and I put the anvil back and I leave.
You leave the journal?
I leave. I'll take the journal. Fuck it.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't hurt.
You take the journal with you, and do you move the anvil back?
I move the anvil back and I leave.
Give me another strength check as you move the anvil back. Easy peasy. No sound. Just a small whiff as you huff to lift it up. You push it back, and you go to exit.
I peek out the door. Is there anyone there?
There is a group of people who appear to be walking home from a night of drinking. They appear to also be craftsmen, and they're cheering and jeering, and they're talking about, "No, I tailored the best doublet for my liege lord." The other goes, "Well, I smith the best hammer for my son Carter." And the third one goes, "Well, you wouldn't know the fine arts of gem crafting, but I do. I cut the most beautiful ruby." And they begin to debate and argue as they walk past the workshop about who does the finest craftsmanship in their field.
Okay. I wait for them to pass. I leave and I put the lock back on the door, and I make my way over to Tammy Two Nose.
You make your way over to Tammy Two Nose. You get to her. In her building, she is awoken because she was asleep. She's pulled down to the bottom part of the brothel, still busy. She goes to you. "Seb, come to my office." And you follow her, and she will lead you to the office. She's wearing a sultry nightgown. She is, again, of average beauty. You know. Except for her nose, which is split in half. But you enter into her boudoir, and she looks expectingly to you. She closes the door.
I drop the box in front of her. Yeah, I let her. Yeah, I got his thing. I got his ledger. I got this piece of rope too. Don't think it's worth anything, but well, still took it.
Just needed the box, really. And she takes the box.
Well, sentimental value. No, that means a lot. That means a lot when blackmailing people or threatening them.
That is the end of your debt to me, Seb.
I got spotted, so frankly, this town is getting pretty samey for me anyway. So honestly, it might just be best if I just head out.
You're leaving so soon?
I don't really got much choice. Small town. Some people do know me. The first time I met the toolsmith, but if he's able to get a description of me, that will be kind of unfortunate for me. Before I go,
unfortunate for all of us, Seb.
Do you happen to have a bow here? Like I could buy off one of you.
I'm sure we have a bow lying around. Why don't you wait here, and my boys will be right back with it. Gratis on the house. She gives a sly smile.
Perception check. This seems weird.
If you're trying to, what are you trying to discern? Because charisma would be if you're trying to discern like ill intent or.
Oh yeah, then
something.
Yeah, charisma check. If I see ill intent or with the order she gave to her friend, or ill intent towards me in general for what for her intention is right now.
That's a pretty good charisma check. Hey, Arcane, welcome back. We're with Seb, the fighter thief, today.
That's damn near perfect.
It is damn near perfect. You look at Tasha as she smiles, and you remember back to a story when you were younger, about 10 years ago. You were in this low-dunk town. Tasha was the age of 25. She wasn't the boss yet. You made a Warforged Artificer in 5e. That's pretty cool. Got that automaton status. You remember back to a story of Tasha Two Nose when she had basically usurped the previous boss in town. He said he would just leave, pack up, but Tasha knew that'd be inconvenient. They were connected, and if they caught him, he might spill some beans on some secrets they had together, where the bodies were buried, that kind of stuff. Where the operation, where the drug den, where they brewed, right? Illegal substances lied in the county, that kind of stuff. So, you remember the story was that Tasha Two Nose couldn't let him get out. So she had him done in before he could leave. You're not sure how, but that was the rumor. And as she gives you that sly smile, you remember that story as you look her in the eyes.
In this room, are there any windows? Any other ways out?
There are no windows in this room. She gives you the sly smile. She goes, "All right, Seb, you done me good. So I'll see ya." And she begins to walk out of the room. Makes it out.
I'll come back here. I don't know. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'll be back here tomorrow morning before I head out.
That's fine, Seb. Wait for the bow. We'll get it back to you in just a moment. She exits.
Is there any windows in this room?
There are no windows in this room, as I described. You're desperately looking for windows.
No exits?
There's the door that she just exited out, or it's not even a door, it's just a curtained area.
Alright, knowing the danger of the situation, did she leave the box behind?
She does. It's on her desk.
I take all the gold out of the box, put it in my pockets. Below her desk, is there any secret ways out? Anything like any drops out of the room, anything like that?
Not that you know of, and you don't see any
Cool.
upon immediate inspection.
Perception check.
Sure. Give me a perception check as you look for a secret passage that may or may not exist.
25.
You look around for a secret passage. You find a hidey hole that she could potentially like lie in, but it's not an exit. As you peel up a floorboard, you see that she could slip probably under here. She's pretty broad-shouldered like you, but she wouldn't fit down here.
I don my armor.
You don it.
I don my armor.
Do you pick your armor out of your bag? Do you put on your belt too?
I put my belt. Fuck it. I put my belts on. I'm ready for battle. Like anything I need is on me. Is on my person. How much gold was in the thing before when I took it? I know. Fuck. I didn't count it. I just grabbed it. I put 2 gold back in there. No. Fuck. I take everything. She's gonna kill me today.
Okay.
Is there a keyhole in the door? Can I peer out?
It is a curtain, basically. But as you begin to peer out, you see your 2 friends from your childhood, Tammy and Topper, in leather armor, donning short swords, walking towards the back room where you are.
Okay.
They appear to be coming from the upper floor and walking directly there. I'll give you like 10 more seconds to react.
Fuck. Okay. It's okay. Can I backstab can I punch them? Is that a backstab bonus for a surprise attack?
You'd have to backstab them from cover. I think generally backstab has to be bladed.
When they're coming through the door, right? When I know they're coming into
That's
the
the
door.
front. That's a front stab.
No, I know, but like through the curtain. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like they won't be able to see what I'm doing.
Oh, that's rough. You're supposed to really be completely stealth coming up from behind someone. Give me... Well, they're not going to be surprised you're behind this door. So...
Very surprised I'm coming out swinging.
Give me a hide in shadows as you try and blend into the curtain with your sword behind it, poking just enough to where you can get a stab in as they enter. Give me your D100.
Fuck. Okay.
What's your chance on hide in shadows?
Hide in shadows is it's a 20.
It's a 20. That's no deal. You do not hide in the shadows like you would like. You sit there behind the curtain, bastard sword, and as they enter, you just catch your mark off and you do not get your sneaky stab. But they see you with your bastard sword and they go, Seb? Topper does. He speaks up. Tammy looks nervous. He looks at you seriously. Come on. Don't make this hard. You know this day would come for one of us.
Nah, you're making this difficult yourself. You guys don't have to do this. I don't want to have to hurt you both.
We have to do this. We'll die otherwise. And this will make us rich like we talked about when we were kids.
And you know what? You know me. Business is business. Is it possible to break past them? Like if I did try to bolt through them?
Give me initiative as you try and take this action. Damn it, they go at 9. That's very upsetting.
I've been pretty lucky with initiative today.
Topper has a short sword drawn. He would get an opportunity attack if you bolt past him, but you can try.
How about with a full sprint, like disengaging?
Disengaging full sprint would only be 1/3 your movement. So you'd make 1/3 of 60.
Okay, I make my attack on Topher holding the short sword.
Okay, you roll in, and we're gonna switch to some combat music. You're about to kill, potentially, or wound your childhood friend. You want to play Achilles?
I just realized something. I've been fighting with my bastard sword one-handed this entire time.
Yes, but you don't get your martial other stuff either. Your punch.
So if I have a free hand, I get my punch attack when I'm still punching.
Haven't we been doing that? I believe that's how it works.
When I've used my sword, I've never actually had a punch attack.
I feel like you get a free... Oh, you have to be unarmed and unarmored for all that punching stuff.
Unarmed and unarmored.
So that doesn't even matter, no, you don't.
Yeah. I just been having no bonus for no reason.
You were just... I forgot you got in combat, punching-wise, not on purpose.
Yeah, so...
Okay. Go ahead.
AC of 7.
7. They're wearing leather. That does hit them as you take your bastard sword and plunge it into Topher. Jesus, 6 points of damage. You hear a scream from in the brothel as you produce your bastard sword. They're standing just outside this curtain. You stab it in through Topher's chest. He goes to grab it. He grabs onto your sword. He looks at you. He goes, "Why? You couldn't have made it easy. This one last time." Tammy gives out a shrill as she goes to stab you with her short sword. "Topher, no!" You know they've been together. Oh, God. Natural one. Her grief disarms her. She fails her save versus death. She pushes in and falls past you, stumbling over you and Topher's engagement. You see the rest of the room light up. There is a bouncer at the end of the door. He's got big, burly fists. He doesn't even get a weapon. He cracks his knuckles and begins to walk towards you, and goes in for a punch. As the rest of the room begins to flee, some people exiting outward, some people exiting upward. The bouncer takes a heavy fist. Your armor class is chainmail right now, plus dex.
Yep.
He goes in for a punch, punches into your chainmail, but does not breach it as his big burly fist. This is a big fat guy with big burly fist. He's going for punches that just do not make hard contact. It goes to your turn. What do you do?
You get an opportunity attack, so
Jesus
there's the first one.
Christ.
And
That's a 19.
And there's the second
Another
one.
19. My God.
He's dead. Let's just say he's dead.
Get a roll. Yeah, he's dead. You take your bastard sword, you cut off his hand as he goes to punch you once. You take it again and you slice the second hand, and you just see as he looks at his now removed hands and his eyes go wide, and he begins to run, but then falls down as he turns around.
Is Tammy still engaged with me?
Tammy is behind you, and she goes in for a back attack.
No way, is she a thief?
She's not a thief.
Oh,
She does hit you, though, with the short sword. This could be it. She rolls a 6. 2, as you get stabbed in the back. Take 2 points of damage. As Tammy goes, "Topher! For Topher!" As she stabs you.
At this point, I... wait, doesn't it take a turn for her to pick up her sword again?
It does not.
Oh, okay. Well, I take this moment to disengage, try to blend in with the crowd and flee. Get straight out of the bar and dip the hell out of town.
She'll get an opportunity attack as you try and flee.
Disengage?
She rolls another natural 1.
Whatever. Then I guess, yeah.
Fails. Okay, this time you see her sword clatter. She almost throws it at you and it passes you, and you see it hit into the crowd. I'm not lagging at all. Doesn't look like it, although stream would say otherwise.
Before I go, yeah, yo, Bex. Sorry, just business.
If YouTube chat open on my phone, I can't tell.
Leave a flower on his grave for me. Then I dip out. I run through. There's nothing really at home of value. So I make a beeline. Are there any horses outside of the tavern?
You look for a horse. Not on this side of town. These people can't afford a horse.
Tammy doesn't afford a horse? Oh, fuck.
Nah, she doesn't. Well, she doesn't have a horse here. She might have a horse elsewhere, but she's got a lot of property that she owns, quote unquote.
Where's the nearest stable?
West side of town. Push over here. You're over here right now. You're gonna have to go west if you want any stables or anything like it.
I think you and me are on a different map right now.
should be on mid-river.
I'm on mid-river, but you're on like a different version of mid-river.
I'm not.
You don't see me. You don't see me moving my character. It's like moving and shit. Like I'm moving it up the map. It's not happening on the stream. Oh no, yours is delayed. Okay, never mind.
The stream has a slight delay.
My bad. Yeah.
Yes.
Shit. Okay. So there's no horses down here. Just the close stables on the west side of town.
Yes.
Fuck.
They're right about here. Stables that you know of. There's probably people with a horse out in the rural area if you start heading to hamlets or villages, but...
Are they guarded?
Are they guarded? You're also losing two... You lost 2 HP, just as a note, so...
Yeah, I have 4.
Token's not tracking. They're guarded by their owners, potentially. They're not, like, stringently guarded, you know? They're not,
Well, I sprint my way to that part of town, try to take a horse and leave.
Okay, you sprint going to steal a horse. You run, and you run. You eventually make it to a hamlet about an hour outside of town. You begin to feel one of your wounds close over, and you regain 1 HP.
Oh, shit!
As you feel it bubble over. As you touch it, as you're like, what the hell? What's going on? You feel a nasty wart has formed over it. It's bubbling. You feel like you could pop it if you wanted to.
I look at the belt like, okay, well, I guess this is happening. Did I get to the stable?
You do make it to a small hamlet. You see a stable. You instantly see a man tending in the barn to this horse. He goes, as you approach, he peers out at you with the lantern light that is lighting up this barn, and he goes, "Oi! Traveler, name yourself. We don't appreciate strangers around here." Does that give a horrible accent?
He's right next to the horse? He's like next to it? Yeah.
In the barn. He's feeding it hay. You rolled very poorly on your luck check for whether or not there was someone out here. Encounter check.
Is he holding any weapons?
He's got a pitchfork that he's baling hay with. There's a lantern sitting somewhere in this barn, lighting it up.
I walked. I asked him how much for the horse.
75 gold pieces, as a standard. She's a beaut.
Can I sneak attack him? You wanna like say like I'm getting the coins out? Can I still like surprise him?
He's detected you.
Oh well. Okay.
You could surprise attack him if you're looking for backstab. The answer is no. You could potentially surprise him.
Surprise initiative. That's what I was asking.
You could try it.
Yeah, I was doing that. I started like, okay. Well, I walk up, get my coin purse out, and then I stab him.
Give me but a moment. Is this guy super perceptive? Or is he just regular perceptive? 7, 9, no. He does not notice as you stab your bastard sword into him.
Oof.
Damn. You two-handed heave it into him. Does he fall? I mean, he has to, yes. You see the oldish farmer get stabbed in the gut with your bastard sword. He goes, and he gives out a wail, "Help!" as he falls dead. It's a loud scream.
No fucking way. Whatever. I get on the horse and I...
Not a quiet. He's surprised and stabbed him in the gut. He doesn't fall silently. My lord. You ever hear someone die? It's not quiet.
I know, but like, if you're stabbed in the gut, the chest, whatever, like screaming, let alone anything else, is...
Do you saddle? Do you take the time to saddle up the horse?
Is there a saddle next to it?
There's a saddle in this barn that you can grab and hoist onto.
How long will it take to saddle the horse?
Are you, do you have a horse riding proficiency or grooming?
No, I do not.
Proficiency? Give me a wisdom check. For your animal handling. With a -4 technically, but we'll add that in post if you need to.
Fuck.
That is a uber fail as you slowly begin to saddle this horse.
No, I was asking how long it would take to saddle him.
Oh, well. You go pick up the saddle, you're like, how long would this take? You're like, probably not before people are at least alerted, if not here already.
Fuck it. I get on without a saddle and I just book it.
Okay. You book it away. What direction?
Just so I know, at what point can I cross?
You already crossed the river.
No. I mean, cross back over. Right now I'm on this side. At what point is there a point over here where I can cross back over to this side?
It is a rushing river. So it is violent, and you'd probably have to make it to Luketon to cross, or go back up to the Barrowwood.
Which is way further.
But let's talk about something. You just murdered 3 people in town, 1 person at this hamlet.
I didn't murder 3 people.
You did.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I did murder he's not people.
Well, if he died, you know, you assaulted at least 4, murdered at least maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on certain roles. You just murdered someone outside of town. And, you know, you're not a noble by trade. You don't understand a lot about it, but you do understand that Barrowwood is the seat of Luketon. The Barrowwood is the seat of the county of Kryn, which is this whole place.
Wanted. Dead or alive.
And outside of that, this kingdom is, whoops, not mean to delete you. You're back. There you go. Outside of that, this kingdom does have an organized legal system, although it's sparse.
Okay.
Murder smurder, I'm sure it will be fine.
Well, I make my way to I try to make my way to Looptown, then loop around to the tree. On a horse.
You're on the side with the tree.
Oh, I'm on the side with the tree. Oh, yeah, just make my way to the tree then.
Okay, you make your way to the tree. You make it there tonight on the horse. It's late and dark.
I try to tie the horse up next to not the gate, but whatever it's called. The not reins, but they had like something set up there. I forget what it was called. Whatever, a tent or whatever. So I saddle the horse to like a branch in the tree, tie it up, and then and another hour's passed. Am I at full health with another boil?
Yes, another hour passes and you do go to full as your wound heals over with another wart. Specifically a wart. This one is greenish and it oozes as you touch it.
Okay. Well, knowing time is of the essence, I try to make my way down into the tunnel, and I try to see if the guy is still there.
You see him sitting back in his statue place, but he is no longer statuey and stone-like. He is fleshy, and he stares right at you, his bright red eyes and fleshy body standing there. He looks monstrous. He's about 9 feet tall. As you enter, he begins to walk in your direction to enter his sight.
Okay. Realistically, what's his reach and how big is the room?
His reach? We're gonna roll into initiative at this point. He is walking towards you again as you enter his vision. He will go at 1. As you peer down this hallway once again, you're about 60 or so feet away from him. He crosses the first... What is it?
Okay. Let's say I'm backing up, trying to lure him up.
The first 45 feet, making it within that range of you, so... He's about 15 feet, all right? No, 20 feet.
I go back upstairs. I try to grab the short swords and whatever weapons those guys I killed left behind, and I'm gonna try to throw them at the thing.
Yeah, I was right. 15. You go upstairs and grab more silverware.
No, the weapons. They had short swords, right?
I believe those slaves you freed looted the.
They only took two, one set of weapons and one set of armor, right?
No, they picked up just about everything they could carry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some armor lying around, but it's just like cheap leather.
Okay. Can I make a cold shot at one of its eyes?
With what?
The last fork I have.
You going for another fork and try and shoot at its eyes?
Yep, trying to shoot at its eyes. I will have one more knife. I don't know how many forks I have, but...
And then you're running away again, trying to get out of its reach?
Yeah, trying to stay out of its reach, exactly.
You'll only move 30 feet, and you just saw it move 45.
Oh, how close is he to me?
He's within 15 feet, so if you move 30, you'll be... 40? You'll be 45 exactly, so he'll make it to you. Although I shouldn't give you that math, because I don't know if your 9 and Sebastian would.
I'm trying to think of a way I can grab the stuff behind him, and like if I can grab the stuff behind him.
Well, this is happening quickly.
I know it is, but like what's going on out of game? I'm trying to grab the stuff behind him, and leave. Just grab the shit and go.
What is Dark Angel? What does this sound like?
I mean, realistically, at that size, like I have to imagine one hit him killed. You don't have to tell me that. I mean, I just understand it based on how weapons work. I'll back away. I mean, in the situation now, there's no way I can get a hit in and be too far away from to reach me.
No.
In this tunnel?
He will reach you. He might not get an attack, depending on how he functions as a creature.
I have a question upstairs. If I look through it, let's say I go upstairs. I go upstairs again.
Okay.
Or the one upstairs. Is there any oil?
Oil?
Like
no.
Candle, like lamp oil, torch oil, like the stuff you need to make a torch, or to make the stuff you'd find at a mine.
You find torch. There's not really torch oil. Torches are specifically made to light easily, not with oil, but with flint and tinder. You can find flint and tinder in the camp. Flint and steel, excuse me.
Alcohol? Anything like that?
There's a couple provisions of wine.
How hard would it be to throw a wine sack at him and throw a torch at him?
Pretty hard. And wine doesn't catch like it's, rubbing alcohol or something. It's pretty low alcohol count.
Let's say I camp out at Luke. Let's say I go back upstairs. I camp out, and then I make my way back to Luke Town the next day.
You make your way back to Luke Town. Back to Luke Town?
Down to Luke Town.
Okay. You camp out. You go to sleep. Give me a perception check as you rest. We'll turn on some different music. Did you fail?
No, that was a pass. But I'm just saying in general, the situation's fucking fucked.
Give me just a second. You're chilling at this camp, right? You're chilling. You're having a good old rest. As during the night, you feel a tug in your bag. You sleep next to your bag. You probably slightly have your arm around it, and you feel a tug. And as you wake up in the dark, you see small little eyes, three sets of them, staring at you. One grabbing the bag, going, "Kakabaga, shakabaga, go back."
I immediately make an attack against the one grabbing my bag.
They're surprised you awake. It's gonna be with your fists, right? Because
I don't have time to don my armor. Not don my armor, but don my sword.
You're not sleeping in your armor, are you? Because that'd be incredibly uncomfortable.
What's chainmail?
That's chain. You ever slept in a metal suit?
No. Why would I?
Yeah, it's not comfortable. Chainmail
Yeah,
is
I guess. I guess that's accurate.
yes.
Can I grab my sword and attack him, or my surprise attack would have to be with a punch?
Give me a dex check for if you want to keep your surprise on them. I've lost my music tab. I don't know what to do about that. Guess we're listening to Forest Night music.
Definitely do.
Okay, you grab your bastard sword quickly and quickly give me an action. It's your turn.
I attack the one I'm grabbing my bag.
Okay, give me just a second to reload the page. Don't roll anything yet, because I need to get this off the screen. Oh, shoot, that's the YouTube link. I thought I still had more roll stuff saved. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, now you can give me a roll. Now that I've beaten back the link to join our campaign from the stream. Well, where's your attack roll?
I did before. I had an AC of -1.
There we go. Okay, you do a 6 as you heft your bastard sword up into this creature, and as you do, you see the blood drip down. The moonlight barely illuminates it as a goblin. You also take a -2 penalty for fighting in this darkness. It's not full darkness, though. The creatures scream. You see them try and take off. You can get an opportunity attack at one of these goblins, but they are small and feeble, and they were just trying to grab your stuff.
The one who grabbed my bag is dead, though, right?
Yes. Is that justice for you?
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, I guess I hit the other one.
Okay. Give me a roll to hit.
Dude, two-handed is goddamn vicious.
It is. And you're rolling well, Nahom. You rolled an 18. Like, let's look at your rolls today. A 19.
I can't pass
a 17,
checks for shit, but I can cut a bitch in half.
A 19. A 19. An 11. These are your attack rolls. A 15. Another 11. Is that a 10? A 10 with modifiers. How is that right? Oh, because you're punching. Okay. I think I've gotten to a previous session, maybe. But either way, you get the gist. You are just killing things because you're rolling well. It's upsetting me deeply. These should take longer and should be more dangerous. Yeah, you cut another one's head off as it goes to run. You cleave its head. Actually, I should have probably seen. Oh yeah, it died. Okay. Yeah, they're all dead, except for the last one.
A goblin with above 8 HP.
No, it runs off.
Well, that's my morning. I grab my shit again. Is anything missing? Did the other one make off with anything?
No, it did not make off with anything. The other one is missing, though. Runs away into the darkness, fleeing from your feverful might.
Well, I guess that's over. Well, I continue my night, then after that I head to Luketown.
You head to Luketown. You walk through the night.
Oh yeah, I kind of disguise myself so I don't look like myself. Like,
okay, you have a disguise proficiency, correct?
I do. It's charisma as well.
What are you trying to disguise yourself as? It's not specific people, remember. It's like an idea of a concept of a person.
Can I change my hair color, or would that be too much for that?
You don't have a dye kit with you.
Let's see. Well, I take off my cloak or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just and I just walk in with my white shirt, my belt, and can I make myself look uglier?
Uglier.
Different. Just like I look different than what people like. Just generally different than what I typically be described as.
Here's an idea. You know what this belt has been doing every time you heal. Now you know what you look like, and you don't look like a person covered in warts.
The mic cut out. I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, I said, here's an idea. You know what you look like. You're not a person covered in warts. You know what this belt does every time you heal.
Oh god, no. Okay, how about I pop a wart in my back and see what it does first.
It pops and pusses down your back. It's gross and gets all over your hands, and You don't know enough about warts, but in real life, now that you've gotten wart juice on your hands, you're likely to spread it to other parts of your body.
Really? Is that how that?
Yes.
I mean, IRL. Is that how that works?
Warts do spread through touch. Yes.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Pull a Walter White and go bald. You could shave your head very terribly in the river with a bastard sword, unless you have a dagger.
Don't. Well, whatever. I try to look at like put different armor on, the leather armor,
Okay.
and I try to head into town.
You're carrying leather armor?
You said there was cheap leather armor, and you're one of the bodies.
Okay, so you're grabbing that from the play. Okay. You grab the leather armor, you put that on, you take off your regular black cloak that you wear. You begin walking towards, or riding your horse towards Luketon. You will make it to the unwalled city. It's a pretty nondescript place. Do I have a map available for you for Luketon? Let me see if I've done that in my...
By the way, how much gold was there when I looted that box?
I do not see Luketon off the top of my head. Oh, there it is. Here we go. How much gold was there?
Mm-hmm.
Give me just a moment, because I have multiple tasks going on right now.
Take your time.
Okay, that's uploading. Is there a fit to screen button? Why is there no fit to screen? Is drawing? Doesn't help me. Set dimensions. Ugh, I don't know the dimensions of this.
You can just zoom in. It's fine.
Here we go. Here's Luketon. As you approach the outside of it. Fancy little ugly map. Built along the river.
I make my way into town and I inquire about buying. I look for a general store or something. I inquire about buying a barrel of oil and not like a couple of casks of oil and a bow and arrows.
Okay. First, your question about the gold. You find 95 gold in here.
95?
Yes. Half of it is in the form of silver. So that's quite a bit of silver.
Okay, let's say 1,000 silver? Not 1,000, five. That'd be 500 silver.
500 silver, yep, roughly. Or let's
500
say
silver and then 50 gold. Let's keep for simplicity. 55 gold. 72.
that would be 105. It'd be 40.
Sorry, 45.
Yeah.
So wait.
This is life savings.
No, I'm saying 62 is what I have. I should have 62 then. Okay.
I was just commenting on that's a lot. I was like, yeah, she did say it was his life savings. You
Well,
stole
that's
this
that guy.
man's entire life's work.
Entire life.
Yes. His ability
Well-
to buy and use materials to sell things and make them.
Don't feel bad. Neutral evil motherfucker. Neutral evil. Yeah. Well, I inquire about buying. A bow and a.
Okay. They'll sell you a
And,
bow for the standard price. They do inquire, you're new in town, aren't you? Where are you coming from? It's you.
I'm a hunter. I've been I'm having a problem with goblins in the hills recently. I'm just gonna go take care of those.
There's a short bow for 30 gold or a long bow for 75.
Functionally, short bows I guess better for actual fights. I mean
Indoor.
like indoor fights. I mean.
Yeah. You can't
Yeah,
use
sure.
long bow in regular sized areas.
I'll take the short bow and let's say
Does D6 on a hit with sheaf arrows.
sheath arrows. Yep.
Sheaf arrows are 3 silver pieces per every 6. Sorry, not sheaf. Flight arrows are 3 silver pieces for every 12. It's different.
Do I get a damage bonus for like I do swords, or is this just straight up D6?
You do not get a damage bonus.
Short bow.
You'd have to have a
that's-
specifically crafted bow of some kind, but those are difficult to come by and hard to keep.
D6. What the large damage? I can look that up myself.
Large damage is also d6. It doesn't change for any of the bow arrows.
D6. Okay.
Then you look into oil?
Couple of kegs of any flammable substance.
Greek fire is what you're gonna want to have. It's 10 gold per flask. And it is not in great quantities here. He goes, Greek fire? You're not an arsonist, are you? It's a strange thing to buy. He gives you once over.
Not at all. Just hunter / adventurer. Trolls and hill giants, especially those damn trolls. Keep regenerating when I attack them.
You need the Greek fire for it's imported from the Imperium. We can't even craft that out here. Probably gonna have to sell it at a premium to you. Say 20 gold a flask. Got 2 flasks of it lying around.
Market is typically 20. I mean 10.
You would not know that, but
I mean I can do 15.
The Imperium is far away. I'd have to send for this. It's a large, expensive item. It's not asked for regularly. The demand is low, and therefore the cost is going to be high.
17. Bitch.
17 it is, good sir, but I will have to ask for your name to write down in my ledger to ensure that if any fires go a-starting, I know who to look to.
You can call me David.
David, the Goblin Hunter.
I'm playing this fake name ever since I got here.
Where were you from before here?
What's the local history? I need to look at a map real quick. Would that fuck up the conversation I'm having, or should I just know this because I live here? Because I have a cartography proficiency.
There's a pause.
Burning wood, the borrow wood. Sorry.
Also, I think just as a note, there is an artist. Did we give you the artistic ability?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure. The Borrowwood, huh? You're from up north?
Yes. Well, I was when I was a child. Moved around a lot.
You've been to Mid-River?
Well, you kind of have to pass through it to get here.
True. How's it going there? Good days in Borrowwood and Mid-River?
I just rode through, but everything seemed fine.
Okay. He will sell you it for 17 gold.
17 gold, 2 flasks. Can I pay him in silver? Actually...
Yeah, if you want.
I'll pay 1 in gold, so 17. I should have...
So you're looking to do 17. It'd be
15
170
gold.
if you pay all in silver. 170 silver.
170 silver.
If you choose to pay that.
Cool. No, 17 each or 17 total.
170 silver if you want to pay it all in silver.
Total of 17.
17 gold for both vials.
Oh, wow, I thought it was way more expensive than it was.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry, for each vial, excuse me.
Fuck, why'd I correct you?
Yes, you did correct me. I didn't realize I had done the... So it would actually be times 2, so that would mean it was 340 for if you paid all in silver. Do you want to pay all in silver?
Half gold, half silver.
Okay.
So I have 3, I should have 332 left.
So be it.
Pay 332 and 15 GP. Alright, I pay for those. And then I thank him, and then I ride back to the tree.
Bend over the Goblin Hunter. Oh dear.
Wait, Greek fire. What do I have to do for it? I just have to throw it, right? It just ignites on contact with the air.
You ask the man. He's like, I have never used it, but it will ignite when lit, I believe, with a flame.
Okay.
Very quickly and devastating.
I take I get one of the arrows. I make my way back there. Let's say, will I get back there I go straight back down there. So we can declare initiative if you like immediately.
Give me a second to look at the Greek fire. Just really quick. For damage. I have not looked at its damage in some time. Greek.
But you don't know the amount of damage Greek fire does off the top of your head?
No, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I failed you as a DM, truly.
Truly.
Where's my Greek fire? Okay, I'm gonna look it up in the PDF since I can't find it in my actual book.
I'm not finding anything actually about damage, straight damage.
Greek.
The effect of one structure same catapult can hold Greek fire canisters, blah blah. One dream with third.
I found the Greeks.
Debris burns for 2 rounds. 2d6.
Greek fire.
2d6 per round. Oh, 3d10. Line. Okay. Greek fire projector. The line projector's mouth direct away. Creatures within the area must suffer 3d10 damage unless they roll a successful save. Versus, I guess, breath weapon. This is a projector, but this is the only thing I can see that does straight damage. The target suffers an additional 1d10 per round for the next 2 rounds, regardless of the initial saving throw.
We'll just stick with the 3d10 for now.
Holy shit.
Just a little bit, but it's okay. All right, you purchase the Greek fire. You go down into the tunnel. What is your plan here? What are you doing?
I'm preparing a couple arrows with cloth on them. I'm gonna light them and fire them at the Greek fire after I toss it at the guy.
Okay, give me a
So first thing I do is I go down there, toss the Greek fire at him.
Okay, you toss the Greek fire at him?
Yep.
Give me a D10 to hit.
D10?
D20, my god. Brain rot.
AC of 8?
No. No. It has an AC lower than that.
Oh wait, my bonus for missile, my bonus for missiles. Plus 2?
It doesn't, it hits. I meant you did hit, as in lower. The Greek fire hits, it splashes over it, but yeah, it begins to walk towards you. It makes it that first 45 feet towards you once again as it sits at the end of the hall. You roll a 10, it will go at 9.
Okay.
You go first, what do you do?
I fire a lit arrow at him.
You have to sit there and light it. Give me a dex check just to make sure this all goes smoothly. You're not a proficient archer. And then you don't have any archer proficiency, do you?
None whatsoever.
So you're rolling at a -2 plus, it's not a -4. That's for, warriors get a -2.
Oh, so I just roll straight then.
Yeah, -2 for warriors, -5 for wizards, -3 for priests, and -3 for rogue for different kinds of unproficient. But you go with the better one since you are multi-classed. Jesus Christ. Why did you do it plus 17? Oh, for your dex?
The dex check, I couldn't light it.
No, you fumble it. You fumble lighting it, and you miss your ability to light it. You can still shoot your arrow or take another action.
I throw my torch at it instead?
You can try. Give me your torch throw.
It's an AC of 10?
No.
Fuck.
But you get a +1 for missile adjust.
Plus 2, actually.
And it +2, then you definitely hit. You hit it with the torch.
Ooh, boy.
Let's see if it fails its save. You see the fire spread. It burns the creature. You see none of its flesh falling off, but as it goes to move towards you, do you move away?
No, I back. Absolutely, I back away as soon as this shit happens.
You back away. It begins to move towards you. What the fuck does that mean?
So...
Sorry, I'm reading something.
So do I roll my damage, or for my 3d10?
You can roll it if you like.
Oh, is he just dead regardless?
It's not what I'm saying.
Oh. Oh, shit. Is he fireproof?
You can roll your damage. Go ahead. As you see the flames erupt around him, he continues to walk towards you. You see the fire sticks to him, and he's going slower. You see him take only half of his move as he goes to brush the fire off of himself, but he continues to walk towards you as he only makes it, I believe, let's say 20 feet in your direction.
What's the current distance we're at now between us? I mean,
you moved another 30 feet. He was 15 away from you, and he only got to move another 20. So, oh god, you're making me do a lot of math I don't feel like doing.
15 feet away, I moved 30 feet back, he moved 20 feet towards me. He's 25 feet away from me.
Yes, thank you for doing the math before I could mentally sort it out. I'm getting hungry, I'm not gonna lie. We're close to being done. Close.
Okay, it's 1d10 per round for 2 rounds again, and then I'm also gonna throw another thing of fire at him.
Okay. You throw your second vial?
I'll roll my damage first. For the, another round of fire damage.
Okay. 4. You see the fires spread on him, but don't do anything. You hit him again, and it bursts. Once again, as the fire consumes him.
That was terrible, wow.
That was a terrible roll. You see him slow down even more, and now only moves 10 feet towards you. As the fire is just all over his legs and all over his chest and the rest of his body, this fleshy creature continues to walk slowly toward you, trying to pat out these fires all over him, or it. But you don't see any damage to the flesh. You don't see any of it burned away. You don't see any charring. You just see it fleshy and pink as it was prior.
Do I see him taking any? He's not taking physically any damage at all.
I described what I described.
Okay. Okay. Can I make a shot? I can make a shot then move, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I make a cold shot at his eyes.
Okay.
With my bow. Oof.
It's a wide miss. You do get 2 shots with your bow around. No, you're not a... No, everyone does. Sorry. Everyone gets 2 shots. Excuse me. I need to redesign the bows. You hit the body of it. You can give me your damage if you want. But it just pings off of it, not sticking in.
Wait, it pings off of him?
Yes. The creature continues another 10 feet after you as you move back another 30.
If I'm sprinting, he's going super slow because the flames, and that will be going on for another 3 turns.
Yeah.
Would I be able to stay out of his range of attack and grab some items and still leave?
He's very, very slow.
Yeah, so full sprint, I can move 60. That's all the way behind him to the pedestals. I can grab both items, and while he's coming around back, can I go around again?
Going to need 2 dex checks, one on your way in and one on your way out. But this is not really possible with the mithril. You know that. The mithril is so heavy. You almost need a cart to really carry it. But if you're looking to go grab the potions, this is probably possible.
Out of game, how much is it weigh? Because my max weight is pretty goddamn high.
It weighs 150 pounds.
My max press is 220.
Yeah, press, but you become greatly encumbered and you'll be slow. Almost as slow as the monster by that time.
No, that's only light encumbrance for me.
150 extra pounds on top of your regular gear is not light encumbrance.
Oh, on top of my regular gear. I forgot about that completely.
Yeah. You'd be at like severe, which is 1 move. That's why I'm saying like it'd become pretty much impossible to escape him. Because he'd be faster than you when you move 5 feet.
I try to grab the so I can't grab. Okay, I'll try to grab the potions and dip out then.
Okay, give me your first dex check as you try and skirt past the monster. First one's barely a pass. As a round ticks by. You run in, you grab the red and the blue potion, you stuff them in your bag, you dart back out, kind of wall run past the monster, you give him the finger, and you run into the distance outside of the cave with these 2 potions.
Shit. Okay.
And I think we'll end our session there.
Actually, hold on. Can I taste one when I leave?
Which one?
The red one.
You taste the red one. Taste sickly, like a red and drink of blood. Tastes metallic.
Do I feel anything?
No.
Okay.
We don't do potion tasting here, Nahom. It's not how we run our games.
I literally read the book on see how potion identification works. Like, I thought that was a thing. All right.
I don't like that. Just want to taste it. I don't know how I would describe you feeling any other way. Yeah. So that'll work to a certain extent with certain potions. But this one is not one of those potions that will work on that because it's very specific to a condition. I'll just say that. That's what I'll leave it at. But
Okay.
Do you want to taste the blue one?
Taste the blue one.
You feel a gut of electricity run through your body for but a moment.
I drink it.
You drink the whole thing?
Wait.
Just to be clear.
Fuck, I'll get them identified. Fuck it. Because I'm just like, I just kind of want to know now, but like I know it's a bad idea internally. But okay, whatever. I'll get them identified.
All right. We need to do XP. Let me look up. I want to look at something. Let's go through the session though. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the day's events? Let's talk about that while I start to dole out XP.
Didn't mean to murder that many people. That's numero uno.
You didn't mean to?
No. And I don't think I'm damaging this fucking golem.
Okay. You don't think you're damaging the golem. So let's see here. 500 XP for the session. Plus, first I'll do the people you killed. You killed him. 4.
Killed 4 people.
You did a quest, so we'll give you, say, this much for that. Then you get another for the session. We'll top off at this number in the chat.
Do I get anything for stealing the items, like as a thief?
You do. We're going to talk about that in a second. This is without that.
Okay.
So you get that much XP originally, and then you will get... I don't remember what the book says, but I believe it's kind of dumb. Trying to find it. Is it in the DM?
I can check.
Trying to find what it says in the book, just so we know. I haven't done this kind of system in a while. I'm doing spell XP with Teo, and it got crazy last session. I don't know if I'm regretting it yet or not. We'll see. He got very close to leveling just by spells. Although, to be fair, he did fight a necromancer as well. You should go watch that session if you're here still, or if you're watching in the future. The Grey Elf Conjurer is really cool. I'm putting the first episode of this one up tonight, so you guys can watch that doohickey and catch up on the Devoured. Oh, God. Okay. Trying to find it.
I think it's in the DMG. I really don't think it's in the.
It might be, but you also have access to that on your thing. So if you've Googled it, I don't know.
No, I'm looking through it right as well.
Oh, you're looking.
Like I'm just saying, like I didn't find anything in the player's handbook thief section. So I'm like,
Experience.
I think looking straight for the DMG would be the best thing.
Story goals, rate of advancement, 45.
200 per successful use of an ability.
Did you successfully use anything?
Yeah, I did. I think 2 hidden shadows and 1.
Rogue. Yes, there we go. So per gold piece of value of treasure obtained times 2 per hit die of creatures defeated. Bard only. You're not a bard. We won't do warrior hit die defeated. That gets stupid. But we'll do thief gold. So you stole 100 gold, not 95 technically. So it's another 190 XP. Did you succeed?
190.
Yes.
Okay.
And those are thief abilities. You picked a lock, so that's 200.
Plus 2 hidden shadows.
Did you succeed any of those?
I succeeded on the hidden shadows, but I failed on the what's it called?
So that's another 400. So that altogether should be your total.
Don't I get the values of the 2 items I took, like the belt and the potion?
You didn't steal those. Those are loot from a tomb. Stealing is like stealing for my classification.
Value of the horse?
God damn it.
Aha!
Okay.
75 gold.
You did.
That's
fair. You did. That is horse theft.
I remember we were talking about this in the other campaign.
Another 150.
How if you stole the horses, you would have gotten so much XP.
Ignore that 50. That's a 150. There you go.
OXP 2,100.
I think you got to split that, but then I think you might level.
I got to split it divided by 2. 1,500 each. 1,050 each.
Do you level? Let's see.
I definitely level.
Well, what 1,150 each for each class?
I think
or is that
both.
your total? Let's see what your total. I need your total. Is the thing.
New total.
Oh no, you do not level for warrior. You're 300 off.
Oh, it's 2,000.
Yes. I think you level for thief for sure.
Yeah.
Which means you get 30 more thief points to spread out. You do level for thief. It was 1,250. So you level your second level for thief. Let's do the most exciting thing first, Nahom. Give me your D6 for hit die. And then you got to divide that by 2 because you're a multi-classed fighter, but...
Oh, I thought I still get them like individually for each level.
You still divide it by 2 for each because you can't get health from each. Trust me, it's better. Because you're rolling more than once, and then... That's good.
I don't think so. Okay, I'm not trying to fight you on this, but like.
So like, if I give you 2d4 versus a d8, that's better, mathematically.
You said I rolled 2d4 right now.
No, if I gave you a 2d4 versus a d8, they're the same mathematically, right? In terms of totals,
one statistically is 4.5, and the other one statistically is 4.
Yeah,
I understand that.
But it's
what I'm saying is I'm leveling each one of them individually. And at this point in one class, I would have leveled already. Twice.
It's better, trust me. Trust me, Nahom, it is better. You're getting access to both pools, as long as you don't roll poorly, but that's an extra 1 HP. It does get worse if you roll poorly. Hey, you can't complain about your rolls this session. That's all I got.
I really can't. So when it came through when I needed it to.
So you get an extra 1 HP. You get to distribute your thief points. I don't think your THACO goes up, because that's usually going to work off of warrior. Your saves don't move either. So it's mostly HP in those thief points, but those thief points, you can put 15, I think?
No, 15 is max, but I'm moving 15 into hide and shadows, into techno, and to move silently.
So you're that's what you're doing?
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm declaring that right now.
Cool,
like,
cool.
Yeah, because those are way more valuable than I made them out to be before.
Well, they're your hiding skills.
Exactly. I would be wildly more successful if I had been using them.
You wanted thematically, you're like, I want to pick pockets, but then it's like, oh, this game started, and it's like, do I have to?
I picked one guy's pocket successfully.
To be fair, you got some money from that.
I get a lot of gold.
Yeah, your backstab goes up at 5. I think we're set for that, as long as you... do you have any other questions, concerns, thoughts on the session before we depart from the chat and go off into the night?
I'm glad I did not pick up the mithril first.
Oh yeah, that would have been bad if you tried to carry the mithril out of there.
Yeah, like I'm glad I got the belt. The belt has so much fucking utility. I mean, it's obviously gross, and hypothetically, I could just kind of pop my boils and get rid of them. But like, that has so much goddamn utility, and the potions I can figure that out later. Don't know what they're worth, but lightning hands maybe.
Maybe.
It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
Who knows what the potion does? Lightning hands. Is this Naruto? My God. All right. Well, I think we're going to sign off. This Saturday at 8 on Kyo-san on Twitch, his channel, we are going to be doing another solo campaign with Baz and Barnabas. That is a paladin of crafting, or Chronikar is the name for that god in my world. He is... it's a more jovial campaign, less serious, more funny. He's been teleported from another world into Idmar and is now trying to get back to being a day laborer in Australia. So we'll see how that goes. But the first session we had last week, I still got to get the VOD from Kyo to put it up, but it was pretty funny, pretty fun. He's got a talking hammer. It's really wonky and weird. Other than that, on Tuesday, this next week, we'll have Teo and his Grey Elf Conjurer at 8 a.m. Once again, my lord, I have a weird schedule. The other one was at 8 p.m. EST. This one's at 8 a.m. EST. And then, are we good for next week at 5 Nahome with Sebastian?
I'm free.
Okay. And we'll see how Sebastian handles his newfound belt. What that does in more detail, perhaps, or maybe not at all. Maybe he won't even investigate it and just continue to wear it like a madman. Maybe
Identification's expensive.
It is expensive, and you need to find a wizard. Can I get some idea where you plan to go? Maybe for my own sake.
For planning wise, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What's the biggest city in the area?
The biggest city is going to be up here at Mod Moor, at least in this kingdom. It's a large city.
Then that's where I'm going.
Okay. You gonna head through Mon Mill and Mon Mark, or are you going through the wilderness? Out of curiosity.
Probably gonna I'm gonna go through Mon Mill and Mon Mark. Actually, okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that, then head into Mon Moor. But first, I'm going to get that mithril first.
How are you gonna get the mithril?
We'll figure that out in the next session.
So I will plan for you to travel, or perhaps just stay here and try and get that mithril somehow. How do you get this creature out of the mine, or defeat it? Are you defeating it? It's a good question. Either way, we'll see everyone next time, including you, Nahome. So, ciao to everybody.
See ya.